There is a myth in students that analog profile has higher pay scale than digital profile. Hello VLSI aspirants. This is part 2 of the series VLSI Profiles. In case you haven't watched the first video, you can find the link in the description below. In the first part, we have already discussed the difference in the work, demand for various profiles, and the skills required. In this, we will be looking at some projects we have to do and various roles that companies hire for digital and analog profiles and the difference in the pay scale in both the profiles. Now, looking at the projects we need to do, in digital VLSI profile, we can do either Cadence or Verilog projects. I recommend you to include both in your CV. In Cadence, you can either do 5-bit adder, Booth's algorithm. In Verilog, there are sources available for RISC processor and FIFO. In case you don't know where to get started, you can always look at this video here, which is in my channel. If you want to try out a new project to gain a better impression from the interviewer, you can always read from IEEE paper and implement by yourself. By doing this, you yourself will gain a lot of experience, and also a new project in your CV is always a feather in your cap. And for analog VLSI profile, we can do projects like OPAM, BGR, LNA, VCO. By doing this, you will get an idea from how to design a block from the paper and implementing it in tools like Cadence or Synopsys till the layout. And one tip in here is, in case you are including Cadence project, I recommend you to include at least one project till the layout. This will add a lot of value to your CV. If you don't have time to implement projects by yourself, you can always refer to these videos where I have provided links from where to implement and how to study for interviews, including the questions that I have faced in my interview from the projects I have included. So if you don't have time, refer these and do the projects. Now let us look at the various teams companies come for hiring for digital and analog profiles. For digital profile, companies come for hiring ASIC engineers. It can include design and verification as well. How do you know if you are getting interviewed for a design or verification engineer? It depends on the job profile that company has given. For example, some companies like Nvidia will only roll out job profiles stating ASIC engineer. Based on your interview, they'll decide you if you are into a design team or a verification team. But for some companies like Micron, they roll out two different job profiles for design and verification separately. And they interview based on the skills they require for the job role. As you know, ASIC design flow includes various steps from specifications to packaging, testing, and fabrication. In a company, each task here is divided into a different team. For example, there is a different team for RTL design, for DFT, for PNR, placement and routing, and there is a different team for timing. So initially when you are being interviewed on campus, you don't know which team you belong to. Based on your performance in the interview, your team is decided. In case you are wondering how to prepare for various job profiles, like various teams like DFT, timing, etc., you need not worry about that. In case you are a fresher, the companies will not ask you questions from the specific team or domain related questions. They mostly focus on the strength of your basics and the projects you have done, the experience you have gained to enter VLSI industry, and how much you are familiar with how things are working and how enthusiastic you are. So do not worry about the team you are going to get in. Just work on yourself in your projects and your basics and prove yourself. That is enough for you to get into a good company. And coming to analog also has design and verification. Most of the students who get placed in analog will get placed in TI because openings are more in TI than other companies. So if you are targeting a VLSI company, I recommend you to focus on TI because it increases your chances. TI mostly focuses on RC circuits and build up on that based on your responses. So be thorough with RC circuits in case you are preparing for TI. Now let us talk about the pay scale. What is the differences in the pay scale? There is a myth in students that analog profile has higher pay scale than digital profile. But when companies recruit on campus, there is no much difference in the initial salary. The pay scale is almost same for digital and analog profiles. The pay scale may vary from BTech to MTech, but various profiles have similar pay scale. And the growth further in the industry will be based on your performance, and your hike will be based on the performance you have done in your first year. So don't choose a profile thinking you'll get a higher pay. And what do companies expect from a fresher? Companies expect to have strong basics, relevant projects, and you have problem solving skills. You should be quick enough to learn and align with the industry standards. And now comes the most important question, which one to choose, analog or digital? Well, the answer depends on you. Which one do you like studying the most, analog or digital? Some people are comfortable in both analog and digital while studying. But once you have done 1 to 2 projects in analog or digital, you'll get an idea which one you are enjoying the most. While doing a project, you should not feel it as a burden. You should enjoy the process because it will give you a gist of what you'll be working further in the industry as an employee. In case you don't have a strong opinion or you like both of them, you can prepare for both profiles as well. But it will be a little hectic to manage. I have also prepared for both the profiles. Initially, I have completed digital profile first and then went to analog because digital is relatively smaller and easy to consume, but analog is very vast and it consumes a lot of time. So if you prepare for digital first, it will make you risk free and your confidence level will be higher because there are a lot of openings for digital. In case you miss out analog also, there are chances that you'll land a job and then you can further study for analog off campus if you are really interested in. This is my video how my MTech journey was from a non-VLSI branch to VLSI placement. This is not only for non-VLSI students but also for those who have just started their placement journey. It will be very helpful. Like which course to finish first, how to go on. This is like a roadmap. So, if you have no idea where to get started, this is your gist. And with this, we come to the end of this video, VLSI profiles. I have included most of the questions I had as a fresher before entering the industry. If I haven't included any of the questions, please let me know in the comments below. I will include them in the next video. Or if you have any video suggestion, please let us know. Thank you.